is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. Sorry last time for ending the video without actually, finishing the quest. The only thing left to do was to walk out of the room, so, that's literally where we're gonna start in this episode, because that's where I stopped last time. So let's just do that. That's where we came from, I believe. So, it's time to leave. Alright, so we're gonna speak to person.
You're back. And in one piece, no less.
Alright.
It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep this second artifact safe, as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
What was the glowing stand that Isadora pulled from her father's chest?
It was pain. You will understand more about her actions as you complete the trials.
They really just don't want you to ask any questions. They're like, if you're worthy, you'll have the answers later on.
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed I should. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor.
Is it not kind of odd to y'all that, because it's odd to me, that we're there's these people who aren't supposed to know anything about this that know stuff about this. We should hurry up and, do something before they become too powerful. And they're like, can you give us a minute? Can you give us some time? Just saying.
I know. Continue to hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today, as always. We shall speak again soon.
So that was the end of that. Oh, see, that's what I was worried about, that it would change seasons. I was really enjoying the fall, and I was not ready for the season to change. That's okay. Enter Hogwarts. Still pretty. Alright. So that was the end of that trial officially. I realized
I pressed ominous regarding Salazar
Should've been in the
Slytherin's
other video.
scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk.
okay. Is there no mail to read? It's not even taking me to the owl post when it opens it up. It's just weird. Natty told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you. When you have a moment, please stop by the room of requirement. They mentioned you might be interested in learning how to breed beasts. Wait, so why is that not in quests? Oh, there they are. They have suddenly appeared. So, well, let's go talk to Deke real quick. Learn about breeding beasts quickly. And then we'll do Sebastian's, and then we will meet Poppy. How about that? So, secret rooms, room of requirement, let's go.
I have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Alright.
Deke would like to speak with you.
Yes, Deke.
When you have a moment.
I've always got a moment for you.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. And what do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds.
So have I.
Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
How many thestrals do I have? Oh, I have two. Oh, and they're... okay. They're breedable, because they're different sexes. Okay. Alright, well, easy enough. Me quickly, though. While I can. Take that. Because I actually have space for once, because I used a lot of Wig and Welds in that boss fight. Just want to... oh, I didn't realize that it was... give me the loot. 3 potions. Alright. While we're here, may as well check. Alright. That does look pretty cool. Okay. There's the loom. I was like, what is that noise? Okay. Let's go here. Go to Hogsmeade. Gonna go to Tombs and Scrolls, I think. Yeah, Tombs and Scrolls.
It's always nice to see a familiar face.
Even highlights it for you. It's like, this one. You need this one. Okay. Get that one.
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the thestrals.
I will once I get... I don't have enough money for all of it, honestly.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Okay. Perfect. Let's sell some stuff too. for now. Alright.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
I promise you, more teachers
Kitties!
will get stuck in growth.
That was an interesting noise. Where to put it? I'm thinking just put it over here. Why not? I only have 31 moonstone. That is not good. Splits. So make me some moonstone. So I can conjure more things. Okay.
I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Hopefully I have enough moonstone, but that's the whole purpose of it. So I guess I should put Thestrals in here. The swamp.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
All right. Put the breeding pin. This is so cute. Okay. Maybe right here. Breeding pin right here, or maybe. Can I go back here? Sort of, but not really. Not really, okay. That's fine. I was just curious. Okay. I'll put the breeding pin right here, because this seems like a perfect spot for the breeding pin. Okay. Sweet, I do have enough for the breeding pin. So I need 8 for that and 4 for that. So in total I need 12, so I need 10 more moonstone. minutes. Alright, well, we'll come back to that. So what we can do in 30 minutes. Still got 5 more minutes on that one, so looks like we'll be coming back for all of these. Let's go do another quest while we're waiting on that. Let's see. Let's do Professor Howland. Acquire a dirt claw with the knapsack and giant purple tail. Let's do that. Something else to do with beasts. Why don't we?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Trust me, I can. 'Cause you never shut up about it. Like ever.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Well, good luck with that. I'm not gonna get much sleep, are you?
Now, I'm only trying to help.
Leviosa!
Okay.
Confringo!
Spell on these dudes. Slow down, maybe?
Wingardium Leviosa!
Yeah.
Settle yourself, I mean you no harm.
There we go. Okay. Where'd the rest of them go?
I should investigate. Revelio.
They're right in front of me? Okay. Let me see what sex was of that one. Okay. Okay, you need to stop teleporting on me. It's not making it any easier. Stop it. So they all are the same. That really doesn't help me. Okay, well, we're not gonna find another one to breed here. So.
This place has seen better days.
Swampland.
Wingardium Leviosa. Assignment's all finished. Revelio.
What's happening?
No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
Get your butt in here. Alright.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
So I can read them now. Alright. So let's go do that, and then we will do in the shadow of the study. Alright. Calf. Nifflers. Dang.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
When do we get one of those, man?
Ugh. Can't say I'm terribly fond of all the dung in this class.
I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good.
ready.
Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it in.
Finally.
Shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control. Textbook execution. Bravo. Excellent. You have it well in hand.
Just have pumpkin pieces flying about everywhere. It's level 2 and I haven't done all them things. Alright.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Did it?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering, what inspired your interest in magical beasts?
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
Yeah, hint.
Seems quite a challenge, finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow. And there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed.
If you guys
I
have
knew
seen
in that
Fantastic
moment
Beasts,
that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
if you guys remember Fantastic Beasts, seeing the flying beast that fit into any space that it was in, occupied any space that it was in. That's what an alchemy is. That was an alchemy. Pretty interesting creatures, in my opinion. Alright, well. On to the next one. Sebastian. Outside the Slytherin common room. I love how it's like, hey, there's one up here. Hit it. But we're not doing that right now. We are not doing any of those right now. What was that? Like, for real, what was that? That was real weird. Wait, so this is the Gryffindor side. Yeah. Alright. I guess that noise was supposed to be the wind. Just really sounded odd to me. Hit both them doors, yeah. And then Slytherin should be right across here in the dungeons. Right across this bridge. Yeah. In this tower. Yeah. Alright. And we wait for nightfall.
You're here. Brilliant.
Darn right I am.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Wonder why.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on.
Alright.
He's this way. Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Of our characters, like, actually. I feel like that speaks to Sebastian's character. Like, that's Sebastian in a nutshell. Like, things happen and he just chooses to ignore them. The people warn him. He chooses to ignore it. Ominous tries to warn him about
There he is.
things.
Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
Please, Ominous. I confided in you before about what happened with the Undercroft. Sebastian simply wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about... What was it? Scriptorium?
He told you about that?
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory. Get you answers about Slytherin, and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait.
I'm not a big fan of,
I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here!
But at the same
These
time,
braziers
like,
grant access to the scriptorium.
So.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
That's why I tell people it's
three
important
heads
how
are
you
better than
choose
one.
to speak.
It's two heads are better than one.
Word choice matters.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Alright, well, let's go. Let me in.
Revelio may help.
Revelio.
Remember, 3 braziers are involved.
Okay.
Someone was actually listening.
I do that. Occasionally. Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Come on, guys.
Lumos.
Alright, well, let's read the note. I must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I reach the scriptorium, I will find evidence that there's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realize. I have written to my brother. He now knows I access the corridor's entrance and that there's no straight path to reach the scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. Hope that my brother will follow my lead and we can study our ancestry's legacy together. Noctua Gaunt.
A journal entry signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Your family was here.
I know.
Reparo.
The rubble formed a relief of a person. It's a snake.
Lumos.
That must be the voice I hear.
He's speaking in tongues. Speaking parcel
The
tongue.
voice is ancient, sinister.
You hear a voice?
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
I see no reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Lumos. It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us?
Never mind. There's no clear way forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Confringo!
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
It's got a scratch on it. I can't see what it is.
The brazier. When the door closed, it lit up.
Confringo! Lumos.
Nope, didn't help. Alright, well. It's, I think I get it.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
No. Got it.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
Salazar Slytherin buried the scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I'm a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridors helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I will make my way through. Noctua not.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome. Lumos.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
Let me look at the symbol once more.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian.
Almost got bit.
That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive.
Okay.
Nice work.
Can we travel up here first?
Confringo!
Or do I need to... I need to
Lumos.
know what the other symbol is, don't I? First. Yeah, we'll come back to it. It's 4 or 5, so we did miss that one. We were supposed to read it first. Okay. I failed the dial, and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent. but I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to old traditions. The scriptorium must have proof that there's more to our legacy than meets the eye.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did, and she was my favorite person in the world for it.
So... okay. I'm gonna do that first, and then I'll read the last one.
Another welcoming sort, was he? Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
It's so dark in here.
Lumos.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
No. Extraordinary. This journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house founder. Salazar Slytherin intended more than what we've become. I know it.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going.
Sounds about right between the two of y'all.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Just to cast it. Alright. Fifth note. Here we go. I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invited him here. Now, if he looks for me alone, I have led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms. Not Turgon.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal
entry. Cast it on yourself?
She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do?
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
You know him better than I do.
Very well. Wish me luck.
I'd rather him ask.
Wish we had some liquid luck.
It casts,
Ominous, I know this is the last thing you want to do.
Yes, it is. I thought you knew me better.
But this is different. Whoever you cast it upon would have agreed to it first. It wouldn't be an innocent victim. We have to open the door.
The spell won't work unless you mean it. That's true of all unforgivables. If it must be done, then one of you must cast it.
Okay. Alright.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell.
It's principle, dude.
It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Yeah, I want to learn all the spells, even if I never use them.
Ready?
And I don't want to
I'm
cast
ready.
it on somebody. I'd rather it be done to me. Yeah, the more I play this game, the more I'm like,
Are you alright?
That pain. It was excruciating, but I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Revelio. Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
once I've done my snooping. I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hopes that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the caliber of student needed to be exceptional. But he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggleborns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thoughts he had not yet put voice to. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It's with a heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place this creature into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have so carelessly wrought, one who shall rid the school of those unworthy of Hogwarts that would serve only to stain my legacy. So he put, I'm guessing that giant snake is what he's talking about. Place the creature into a deep sleep in its chamber. He put the giant snake in here that Voldemort ends up awakening. Or I'm assuming that Voldemort
What do you think?
awakens it.
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
I've been getting an uneasy feeling about this place. We couldn't linger here. Let's find a way out, please.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Why is he walking with his wand out like that? It's odd, considering he doesn't have like the light turned on it.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Revelio.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
And they just immediately part ways. I guess our Thestral is done breeding. Let's go pick him up. Do I have... Let me go grab the moonstone real quick. I don't know why I walked in here without getting it. Give me that. Do I have any unidentified?
Nothing to identify, for now
right.
at least.
That's great. Alright. Hello, Precious. Some food.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Precious. Okay. Let's get a food pen set up. Yeah. Over here, maybe? Or maybe... Yeah. Thinking by the swamp area. The whole place is a swamp, but you know what I mean. Put the food by the light. We'll put it over here. Right, and then these over here. Perfect. There's just like ball of bones, don't they? Yeah.
Levioso! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Improve it. I like it. Good. Precious. Alright. Let's, feed the babies. Precious. Okay. A bunch of Thestral heroes now. Alright. Alright, so that's done.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we both can see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the Phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even Master. Deke often wonders what became of that Phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Alright, so we completed that one as well. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, last quest, Fire and Vice. Meet with Poppy Sweetie. This is the last one for the episode. Last one to complete. Or last one, rather, that we will be completing today. And we will fast wait. There she is. We're standing on our feet.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
That was quick.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers. And that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horndale Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly.
It's a betting hall.
The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Poppy's such a sweet character. Like, if I relate to any character in this game, it's Poppy. Like, she just wants to do what's right, and she's just a sweet little character.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why.
Wizards.
Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
Like they're being bred to be aggressive. Because they're fighting. Coming. Darn. Little baby frog. Baby frog. Precious. Baby frog. Baby frog. Right.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Money, 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 money.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Because they didn't leave. Money.
Still smoking. They can't have been gone long.
Revelio.
Pelts. Poor beasts.
Oh, we missed one.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Yep.
Poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin-made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Let's go.
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Money.
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
Protecting the camp.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
I reckon I can see myself getting away from here and not taking a one of you with me, since you've all turned yourselves into a pack of Jarvies.
Tell us.
Perhaps I'll scout around Felcroft for something to...
I'll never get lost, me. Always got me wits about me. I've heard centaurs quieter than you.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Just interrupt with Revelio. Alright.
Yes. A more hushed approach is likely wise.
It's just a lot easier to just sneak up and wing it. Just like way easier. All of these items, wherever shall I store them? Per usual.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word. Given how crowded it is here, how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizardkind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
What I wouldn't give to be a Demiguise right now.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain.
Don't tell us.
He's out.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizardkind will pay for what they've done.
Wait a moment. How nice of you to stop.
Come back here.
Your gear slot is full. Surprise, surprise. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. I don't even care if it's better. We're getting rid of it. Alright, we're good enough for now. Alright.
Job at Gringotts. Suit me, sitting around all day.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we? That's a brilliant idea. Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Amora.
Taking the dragon.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact!
Shall we finish what we started?
Let the outside done.
What have you done?
Let the outside.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend. I'm not going to...
This is almost
Such arrogance.
back on board.
See how you like this?
Let's get this Another unwise coming back this way.
Back to the dirt. I've never been much like gardening. Back to the dirt. See the bigger blow.
Never have come in. Never did care.
I'll make most.
Let the outside.
Back in the ground. Stop thinking around like a baby. You'll have to fight. You will.
Vegetables in combat.
You won't get away with that.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
I guess it did. Alright.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Crazy. Crazy.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
Yep.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Alright. Well, on that note, I think we're gonna end it here. In the next one, we will speak with Sebastian and more than likely continue with some of these quests that I'm sure will reveal themselves once we progress further and finish speaking with Sebastian in the Undercroft. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later.